In that same vein, Fox News is plummeting. Trump retweeted something. I think it was a video of Randy Quaid saying Fox News is dead to me, and Trump retweeted it. I think that's what I read at least. And Tucker Carlson, the biggest cable news host in history, lost last night in the ratings to the Anderson Cooper show, but not Anderson Cooper. He lost to a stand-in, to a nobody, to just some. His name is like Braun or Bran, I think. He lost in the ratings to this random guy. This random guy hosts, this random CNN correspondent filling in for Anderson Cooper. And Tucker Carlson, the great unbeatable Tucker Carlson, lost to this guy because Fox News is not supporting Trump. Now, I'm not wholesale turning against Tucker. A lot of people are, and hey, make your own decisions. I think that we should be scolding. If scolding is chastising, I think that we should be correcting. I think we should be criticizing Tucker for not. He hasn't stood up for the president properly in weeks. And then the first time he really talks about it was like, saying, where's the evidence? Where's the proof? I don't get this Sidney Powell stuff, rather than talking about the legitimate issues that we have. For the first time, I think Monday, or maybe it was Friday, I don't remember, he talks about, actual issues that are real and stuff. So he stood up when other people have not stood up. And so maybe we shouldn't throw him away all the way, but say, like, look, dude, you're not exempt from this. I think what we should be saying is he's doing a very bad job right now, and saying, like, look, maybe he's got a little bit more slack because of what he's done in the past, but for now, it's like, dude, you're not exempt from this Fox stuff. Fox has been disloyal, and they've betrayed the president. And if you end up doing the same thing, then you too. And that's what we're seeing here. Him losing in the ratings to this Anderson Cooper stand-in. But with Fox plummeting, I mean, we see this increase in viewership for OAN, which has people who are adjacent to us. I mean, Jack Posobiec is not explicitly like an America First guy, and we don't know. We've had, there have been some butting of heads in the past and stuff, but this guy was alt-light in 2016, 17, really until 18, and that's like adjacent to us. It's not exactly what we like, but it's adjacent to us. Newsmax has Michelle Malkin, who is explicitly America First, an ally of ours, and people are tuning into these. They're abandoning Fox News, and they're going to OAN, they're going to Newsmax. Maybe soon they'll be coming to the Jake Lloyd show. They'll be watching America First with Nick. They'll be watching us. They'll be doing this. But, I mean, think about that. I mean, how big of an opportunity this is to spread our ideas. So as far as government and getting elected and getting our people into positions of power, that's very encouraging with this delegitimization of the elections, but also just the way that Fox News, Trump, he talked about this. I tweeted about this, and the tweet went viral, moderately viral. I tweeted about this, but I was watching this old interview with Trump a few weeks ago, and he was talking about this time, because they always throw, Trump went bankrupt, blah, blah, blah. And, did he? Yes, but he got it back, and he came back bigger and better and stronger than ever before. But in this interview, he's talking about the hardships that he went through in order to build his business back. But one thing that he talked about was he's like, I always said throughout my life that I'd like to have one period of hardship so that I can see who is really there when it counts. He says, I wouldn't wish for another one now that I've been through it, but I would wish for one. And he says, because when you're down like that, you really see who your friend is. And that's something that people generally know. But he's like, I helped so many people up in business, and they were happy to be my friend when I could do something for them. And then when it was my turn, I was down, these people could have helped me very easily, and they chose not to. And well, now I'm back, and I have an opportunity to pay it back to these people. And he says, and let me tell you, it feels good. It feels very good. And so what we're seeing right now is the exact same thing. The Trump movement, Trump himself, America is going through a time of great hardship right now. But we get to see who is there, who is loyal, who's willing to give us a hand up. Because, I mean, think about it. Fox News, we made Fox News, we got it to the new height that it got to. Tucker Carlson, I mean, that happened because of Trump. That explosive growth of, like, his show. These Republicans, remember all the Republicans singing in 2018 and 2020 about, Trump endorsed me, you have to re-elect me because I'll fight for Trump's agenda. And now they're silent, or they're just not saying, they're saying he needs to step aside. These people could help him very easily, just like he said before. Whether it's in the state legislatures or whether it's in Congress or Fox News spreading the real message, these people could help him very easily. Trump brought them to where they are, and they could help him very easily, but they chose not to. And regardless of Trump, maybe he'll have 4 years to exact revenge on these people in the way that he would like to see fit. But regardless, Trump will have revenge on these people through us. Whether it's him or whether it's through us, we will pay these people back in kind.